This is Life Simply with Olufumi, and of course, I am your host, Olufumi. You're welcome to my channel. Now, or rather, today, we're going to be talking about something that is very common: worry. Yes, worry. Like WORRY. Worry. You are very familiar with that term, I'm sure. You are very familiar with that. So, really, what is worry? I don't even want to go into the definition of worry. My focus today for this video is, why do we worry? You worry about your health, you worry about your children, you worry about your finances, you worry about going to the office, you worry about tomorrow. You worry, you worry, you worry, you worry. You stay up awake thinking, worrying. I mean, so many. You even worry about things that have not even happened. You sit and in your head begin to create possibilities of what could happen. Why? No, really, why? Talk to me. I really would love to know. I would love to know why. Why do you worry? Now, someone will say, "Oh, you don't understand. Um, I've just been laid off from work. I've got a family to take care of, or or my father just passed, and he's been one that's been sponsoring me through school. Now I don't know how I'm gonna do this. How I'm going to." Graduate from school, because the breadwinner of my home, a lot of stuff. Or maybe you're there, you're thinking, oh, I'm at this age, and I really don't know. It doesn't look like I'm about to get into a relationship. All the people that have come my way, they're not serious, or they've just taken me for a ride and broken my heart. But I really want to get married. I'm pushing 40, next year I'm going to be 37, and I really want to get married. I don't know what's happening. Are those situations or challenges invalid? Of course not. They are very valid. Very valid. In fact, the way you feel is actually very valid. Now, all of those feelings, all of those challenges, I have just one question. After you stay awake all night, worrying, right? You've worried, you've calculated, you've drawn up the paper, you've written, tried to see how to make this work, you've cried, you of course you're crying in your room, and you come out with a fake smile on your face. You worry. I just want to ask, when when you were done with all of that, did anything change? Did the situation change? Okay, after you worried about how you're going to get through school, did some money miraculously drop into your account? No, I would really like to know. Wait, okay, you worried about how to take care of your children. Did the funds or resources you require to take care of them appear somehow after you worried? Or after worrying about marriage, did the man show up or the woman show up in front of you and say, "Yes, here I am, marry me"? The solution never shows up after you worry. Then that brings a good question. So what is the point of worrying? What is the point? What is the point? Because you see, I see too many people get into this. Nobody's saying you shouldn't take care or try to, plan your life or try to arrange things. There's a difference between, taking the necessary steps to, do what you need to do. But just to sit and, have that pity party, even when people are trying to encourage you, you really want to feel bad. You just go over and over the problem. Oh, you don't understand. Of course, that's part you don't understand. You're not really, really. The one that really gets my attention is when I see people in their early 20s, 23, 22, 21, even 25, even 26, and they are talking like they are done with life, like they failed. Why? They see other people, maybe their counterparts, seemingly, that's the word, seemingly, living the best of lives on social media. They see their counterparts, maybe with the best cars, traveling to exotic places, using the best devices, just it looks like they're having a good time. Some of them have millions of followers, the number of followers on their platforms are, so many, and, people love them, and you see these young people talking about how they feel like they're failures. For Christ's sakes, you barely just started your life. You barely just started your life. So you see them worrying. And I dare say that is what has led to an increase, or the rate at which we see depression, we see suicides, we see people taking their lives. Because when you sit and you worry, you're creating an atmosphere for yourself, a dark atmosphere. And let me tell you something, it will be very hard for somebody to bring you out of that atmosphere until you decide that enough is enough. Yes, I know this is the situation right now. Yes, I know it looks bleak right now, but I'm not going to let this dictate how I'm going to live my life. Because if you don't get yourself out of it, the truth about it is no one will. Because why? Worries of the mind. And your mental capacity, your mental, what's the word now? Your mind is very powerful. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not something physical, right? I mean, if someone is beaten, maybe there's someone in a relationship that is physical abuse, right? It is easy to lift that person. I mean, take that person away from that situation and say, okay, I want to help you, I want to save you so that this person doesn't abuse you further. Or maybe sexual abuse, for instance. But you see, if that person that is being abused, if the abuse gets into the mind and the person begins to think that they deserve that abuse, whether physical, whether sexual, emotional, whatever kind of abuse, the minute they begin to think that they deserve it, or maybe they did something to warrant such an abuse or whatever it is, it would be very hard to bring them out from that situation, because they would give excuses for the abusers. Do you understand? That's how powerful your mind is. So yes, the situation is like this. Yes, you are in this, whatever, you're facing this challenge. Things don't look so good. So what are you going to do? If you sit in that place, it's not going to change. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to change for you crying. It's not going to change. If you want to cry, cry. But when you are done crying, clean those tears. And then start thinking, what am I going to do to get out of this? But for you to let yourself be beat down, for you to let your mind bring you down to so low depths that it's so hard for even, your closest whatever to get you out of it, then that's a problem. Those emotions can feel sweet, they can feel nice, but they're not going to help you and they're not going to change anything. So yes, you're 37, you're 40, you're not yet married. So, okay, the man is not here. So what do? You focus on yourself. You focus on adding value to yourself, being a person of value, a man of value, a woman of value. If you really are so interested in getting married, then you begin to prepare for motherhood or fatherhood. You prepare to be a wife. You prepare to be a husband. You prepare how to, you start learning how to take care of your home and how to preserve your marriage. You use the time you're waiting to do something. Okay, the person sponsoring you who has passed on or said he or she is not going to sponsor you anymore. So what are you going to do? It's either you drop out. It's looking like the option for you to drop out. But the truth about it is, can you sit back and think, what can I do? Can I take on a night job? What can I do? Because you see, once you focus on the situation and the worry, you are not able to see solutions. Worry blocks the solutions. You're not able to see what to do. You're not able to see how to get out of that problem. That's what worry does. It blocks all of that. So you're going to stay in the same position feeling those same negative emotions, and nothing is changing. And if you continue like that for the next days or next few days, next few weeks, next few years, you're still going to be in that situation and nothing, absolutely nothing is going to change. So what am I saying to you? Worry is not necessary, and worry is not compulsory. You're worried about how your children will turn out. Why not focus on training your children and teaching them the right way? Why not focus on talking to your children or praying for them, speaking words over their lives so that they turn out the right way or the way you want them to go? You're worried that you don't have enough resources to take care of them, but is the worry going to produce the resources? No! You might just worry and end up carrying a sickness, and then guess what? You check out, and the people or children you're worrying about will be left here. So worry. Number one, it is not compulsory. Yes, there are people like me, plenty of us, that do not worry. It is possible not to worry. It is very possible, actually. Don't think it's not possible. It is possible not to worry. So worry is not compulsory. Number two, worry is not necessary because it will not change anything. Nothing is going to change when you keep worrying. Number three, worry will always block the solution. You are not going to stay in worry and expect that things are going to change. It's not going to happen. All right? So I just thought to share that with you. And what I'm sharing with you, I had to practice for myself. I learned this. I had to practice, and it's a conscious thing. It's not just going to happen. Especially if you're a chronic worrier. Permit me to use that word. If you worry a lot, it's going to take time. It's going to take practice, but you can do it. And you start by telling yourself, because words are powerful. You tell yourself, I refuse to worry. Start from there. I refuse to worry. I'm going to be sharing more with you about how you can actually help yourself, and I hope I have to make a mental note to come back to this. But the first, any message, if there's anything you're going to get from this, refuse to worry. So I'm going to come back again to this topic, and I'll try as much as possible to address it, right? And share how I was able to get myself out of that, to the kind of life I live today. All right? So I'm going to talk to you soon. Remember, worry is not compulsory, worry is not necessary, and worry will always block the solution. So refuse to worry. All right? Okay, so I'm gonna talk to you soon. All right, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Of course, subscribe, and not just subscribe, please hit the notification button so that anytime I drop a video, you are the first person to know. Yeah, you don't want to miss out. All right, so I'll talk to you soon. Please be sure to subscribe, be sure to like this video, drop your comments, drop your thoughts. If you have questions, please feel free to drop. Let us discuss. This is not just me talking to you. I want us to talk. I want us to engage. So drop your comments, drop your thoughts, what you think, and how maybe if there's any situation you've been in, let us talk. We can always, address it in the next video. So I'll talk to you soon with lots of love from all over me.